Sorry about the delay. I sat down and realized, you know what? I better take some Advil or something. Yes, I am on. I wasn't expecting to be on. I had an eye doctor appointment, but they rescheduled me, so kind of a last minute here, and I wanted to finish Mass Effect 1 so we can go on to other things, bigger things, not better things, but maybe bigger things. Like, I don't know, Mass Effect 2? If we were in any other month besides October, I'd say yes, absolutely, 100%, let's go do that. However, I'm going to leave it up to whoever kind of speaks up and wants to look into that, but I've got a few games that I could be playing this month on the channel. One that I've never finished, it came out fairly recently. It's called Alone in the Dark. It's the remaster of remake basically of the original Alone in the Dark that really gave a lot of the influence to Resident Evil. But it's a really neat game. There's a lot of psychological elements to it that explain why the horror is the way it is, and it's not like constant. Whereas Resident Evil, that's the constant theme is there's always like these zombies around, right? And yes, there's a story within it, but they're always around. Whereas in Alone in the Dark, you know, it's intermittent. So it's pretty neat. But I'll leave it up to you guys. That's just one example of what I have. I have several other games I could be doing. I showed Com a one called Aliens Dark Descent. It's very similar to XCOM. And I don't know, I think that might be something might be interested in it. However, it may be too much like the stream that he's already doing. But anyway, let's change scenes here. There we go. Oh, and I need to change it back to the game that we had it on. I was testing some other features in a different game. So, all right. So we are in game almost. I mean, we are in game. We need to go to Ilos, and then from there we go back to the Citadel. And then that's the end. And it's that simple. However, between all the cutscenes and all the Vigil lore and things like that, still may take us a while to get this done. Not only that, but I am playing on Insanity. So the Geth that you fight on Ilos aren't easy. Not because they themselves are hard, but they they hide behind areas you can't get them out, and the squad mechanics in 1 are not great. So it's like a combination of different features that makes it kind of a grind. Once you get to the Citadel, it's a little bit easier. It opens up a little bit more, but Ilos is a bit confusing with all of its ups and downs and winds and that don't go anywhere. And then you have to go this way to that way to get the door open for your vehicle, and it's not straightforward. So Ilos could take us a little bit. And we did actually end up romancing Liara a little bit. And because this is kind of a canonical type playthrough, I figure that's probably the way to go. Otherwise, I don't really care. Not personally. So it might be in this video. So be looking for that if that's something you're really into. A sorry manipulation. So anyway, we just need to go to Ilos and move on. I don't remember if Joker has anything to say about Caden. Let me see here. Hold on.
Commander.
Yeah.
I know it couldn't have been easy for you down there. Making the call between Alenko and Williams must have been... I'm sorry, ma'am. I just don't know if I could have done it.
Yeah, there is no right choice for something like that. I just hope I never have to go through it again.
No, I'm not blaming you, Commander. I mean, it's hard, you know?
I have come around to the idea of not liking the Liara romance. Yeah. I mean, whenever I talk about that, it's never from a point of trying to convince. It's a matter of, have you thought about this, type thing. Because I do like Liara. I do, at the end of it all, do I think she has good intentions? Do I think she is probably the canonical romance? Yes. I think all those things are probably true. However, there's that 1% doubt that you can never remove no matter what. And that's the problem. So, Rose Gross, when you think about her age relative to others, sorry. I don't know about that. She says that she's considered not much older than not a child. What does she say? But it's all relative, right? So if I'm 30 years old, a 20-year-old is going to seem like, wow, you're way too young. It's all relative. If you're 40, someone who's 30 is going to be like, they're 10 years younger, whatever. It gets kind of relative. So with Asari, you can see somebody who's like 800 would see somebody who's 100. That's even more compounded, right? So it'll be like 80 to a 10-year-old or something. But that's how the Asari see it. And even though they don't really see it that way, but it's all relative. It's not really biologically how they are. So you got to remove the perception versus the biological side of it. And not only that, it's not like the Asari are out there saying, no, this is a taboo thing. Anybody under the age of 200 is, they're not saying that. It's not even close. But yeah, she says adolescent, right? Okay, yeah, just her age and naivete when you meet her. I don't care about your Asari racism. Well, even then, I don't really think that's the case, because like I said, you have Shep, who's much younger. I mean, I could argue that Shep is much younger. I could say Liara is taking advantage of Shep. It's not a relative issue. It's not like they biologically age at maturity at 300. They clearly biologically age very similarly to humans. But when you look at like how the Asari think of time and how their age is concerned, that's where I'm coming from. It's just relative to the species, but it's not biologically different. So if you're going to think about it in terms like that, I would say you might want to look at it from Liara's standpoint, because you could say she's taking advantage of Shep.
Saren's still out there, Joker. Hold it together. We need you.
Don't worry, I won't let you down. I want to be there when you make that son of a bitch pay.
All right, let's go. I think if BioWare really, really wanted to make that point, they wouldn't have even made a romance bowl in the first game. It's kind of funny with all the whole Dragon Age stuff with the pansexual, everybody being pansexual. See, the thing I don't like about that is there a story reason for it? I get to open it up, but like in Cyberpunk, that makes sense to do it there, because there's just not enough people to romance if that's what you wanted to do. There's just not enough. There's 3 main characters and there's not enough flexibility there. However, in like say the original Dragon Age Origins, it makes sense that if you're going to romance Zevran, he's very easy. He's loose and free with his morals. And whatever, it is what it is. And that's why you can have a 4-way in Dragon Age Origins involving Zevran, Isabella, and Liliana. Because those are the type of characters that would do that. But, Alistair wouldn't. Morgan would not. And my point is that with the Dragon Age making everybody romanceable, that only works if that's how the story allows them to be. I still always want to give leeway to the story writer and say, hey, look, this is the preference of that person. And so when Mass Effect 2 was coming out, I found out that Jack was actually supposed to be romanceable by both sides, by male or female Shepard. And Jacob was supposed to be romanceable by male Shepard as well. But because of all the backlash from Mass Effect 1 from a lot of different groups that said that it was just a space sex simulator that they reined it in some of the features that they were going to have in Mass Effect 2. But yeah, we should definitely know how to make our own decisions. It just feels weird. Very much a personal thing. Yep.
I forwarded the mission update to the Citadel, Commander. We got confirmation on those reinforcements. Ambassador Udino wants us to report back to the Citadel. The Council's massing a joint species fleet to deal with Saren and his Geth.
I knew they'd come around. Back to the Citadel, Joker. I want the Normandy at the head of that fleet.
Yes, ma'am.
Good job, Shepard. Thanks to you, the Council's finally taking real action against Saren.
The Ambassador is correct. If Saren is foolish enough to attack the Citadel, as you believe, we will be ready for him.
Patrols are stationed at every mass relay linking Citadel space to the Terminus systems.
No. And, Banana says, I think the society involved really defines whether or not it makes sense. Right. And I don't think the Asari have ever said that between each other, they might kind of say, why would you do that if you're like, say, a matriarch, you know, with somebody as young as a Liara? But that's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about, like, is someone who's, I don't know, college age, involved with somebody who's 30, you know? So that's kind of what I'm saying. Anyway, it's like I said, the other way is like if it's just a pure age thing, it's kind of hard to define that because, like you said, it's very personal. But Shep is younger, technically, and less experienced. Liara is less experienced, but in a relative standpoint, she actually is more experienced than Shepard, just because of the age involved. But again, it's relative. And I actually went over this whole time is relative thing yesterday when I was talking about the Reapers. The Reapers have this way of manipulating people into a belief of their superiority. And one of the things that Sovereign says, he says we are Legion, but he also says, you know, well, Grunt, because I'm not Grunt, Rex, I'm getting all my names mixed up. Rex was in the background saying, wow, those 50,000 years, you know, they couldn't have been there that long. And so when he was talking about the 50,000 years ago, you couldn't have been around back then. And, you know, Sovereign's basically saying, you cannot understand, you know, how we are so superior. But he doesn't answer the question. So if you kind of understand a little bit about time relativity, you understand that they are not in our immediate proximity. They are outside of the galaxy. Where they are, who knows? But the further away they are, the more that they can manipulate time a bit. So they can actually be seeing our point of view from a different space area. Space and time are the same, basically. So if they're in a different space than us, then they can basically project back in 50 years. And to them, and what would have actually happened with us is 50,000 years has happened. So they're not maybe as old as they say they are. They're just shifting themselves because we already know based on how fast they can move that they can actually move almost just as fast, if not faster than even what the mass relays allow them to do. They just built that for convenience. So yeah, they're manipulating time to a certain extent, or they're just using the forces that exist. And so, yeah, time is relative is my point. And that's another example. It's like, it's a running theme within Mass Effect, you know? Yeah. Like if there's like some institution that has those very conservative stances regarding sexuality, feels a lot more like people would be open to more non-traditional relationships. Well, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. But anyway, you know, it's there's a lot of things that have occurred. And oh yeah, no, I was going to talk about the Geth a little bit. Saren says that the Geth that have followed him think of Sovereign as some kind of god. And Sovereign has almost reviled that opinion. He's like, but Saren says, but they are tools. And so they will be around for the coming Reaper forces as tools. But they're not going to hold any high status or anything like that. That's just not how Sovereign and the Reapers see the Geth. So when you have to make a decision about the heretics, is my point, you're not going to convince them that they don't understand that they're not tools. They still believe that the Reapers, kind of like the Hanar, how they believe that the Protheans were the enkindlers and this race that they worship and they bow to. It's very similar to that. The Geth see the Reaper forces as some godlike being, and they will continue to help them and worship them. So if you choose to brainwash them, yes, there's a certain moral side to it, but it's almost like you're not going to convince them otherwise, and they're just going to be an antagonistic force and cause more destruction. So you could almost make the argument that it would be the logical thing to do, but whether it's the moral thing to do is a different story. That's what makes that decision kind of rough. But you're never, ever going to convince them otherwise. They have already decided that that is their belief. And even though they're wrong, they're clearly wrong. That is their belief. You can't often say that about beliefs, right? Because you believe what you believe. But the Geth heretics are actually wrong in their point of view. But
You think a blockade's gonna stop him? He's on Ilos looking for the conduit right now. What are you doing about that?
Ilos is only accessible to the Mu relay, deep inside the Terminus systems, Commander. If we send a fleet in there, the only possible outcome is full-scale war.
Now is the time for discretion, Commander. Saren's greatest weapon was secrecy. Exposed, he is no longer a threat. This is over.
One ship going into the Terminus systems won't start a war. I can be discreet.
You detonated a nuclear device on Virmire. I wouldn't call that discreet.
Your style served you well in the Traverse, Commander. We recognize that. But Ilos requires a deft touch. We have the situation under control.
Secrecy isn't his greatest weapon. The conduit is.
Saren is a master manipulator. The conduit is just a distraction from his real plan to attack the Citadel.
One ship going into the Terminus.
Your style served you well in
Sovereign's the real threat. Saren's just a servant of the Reapers.
Only you have seen the Reapers, and then only in visions. We won't invade the Terminus systems because of a dream.
If Saren finds the conduit, we're all screwed. We have to go to Ilos.
Ambassador Udina, I get the sense Commander Shepard isn't willing to let this go.
There are serious political implications here, Shepard. Humanity's made great gains thanks to you, but now you're becoming more trouble than you're worth.
You bastard! You're selling us out!
It's just politics, Commander. You've done your job, now let me do mine. We've locked out all the Normandy's primary systems until further notice you're grounded.
Are you insane? After everything I have done, you still don't believe me.
I think it's time for you and your team to leave, Commander. This no longer concerns you. The Council can handle this, with my help, of course.
Commander. Shepard, I cannot believe they did this to you. I am so sorry.
It's not your fault.
It's not right. You did everything they asked and more. Nobody else could have done what you did. The Council owes you everything, everything. Instead, they strip you of your command and ground the Normandy.
I don't care if they ground me, but they refuse to go after Saren. If they don't stop him from finding the conduit, we're all dead.
Perhaps we could appeal, and get them to reverse their decision.
I pushed them as hard as I could. They wouldn't budge.
So you're going to walk away? You will just give up and doom the entire galaxy to extinction?
We're out of the game for now, but I'll find a way back in.
I believe in you, Shepard. I am with you every step of the way.
Whoa. Well, thanks for helping me up, Liara. You're so strong.
Sorry to interrupt, Commander. Got a message from Captain Anderson.
What did he want?
Only said to meet him in that club in the wards. Flux.
You should probably go meet with him.
There's not much here. Let's bring Garrus and Ash. Garrus, because I want to make sure that we have him completely outfitted.
Equalizing interior pressure.
He's got
with
Colossus armor. I got Colossus armor. I'm wearing the Colossus armor because I did say that at the beginning.
Is ashore.
I was going to wear my level 1 armor unless
deck.
I found Colossus, and I did. It's my favorite look. I wish the red was darker, but it's by far my favorite look next to the level 1. But the level 1's going to just get us killed, and we're trying to get this game finished. Let me see with Garrus here. Hold on. So he's got Colossus 7, and I found a 9. So let's put this on him. There you go. And Ash, I think she's good. She's got the Predator X on. No, she's got the Predator M, which is, I think, the best I can find for her. Yep. Nice. Oh, probably have some Garrus. Oh no, I got Ash. Probably should unlock dampening for him. And sabotage. No. Yeah. And then we do dampening. And then master sabotage. There we go. Alright. Let's do a hard save right there. I do wish there was a little more cosmetic options in ME1, but Colossus looks pretty solid. Yeah,
Alliance
I'm a
officials
big
have
fan
raided
of
a dangerous cult
transmog.
controlled by a former Alliance officer, Major Kyle.
And I'm a...
Major Kyle surrendered and is now being treated for severe post-traumatic stress disorder.
So I'm a big fan of course, artists making their thing, and if you don't like it, you know, the dev saying, too bad, we're going to use it anyway, because we liked it. We released it. I get that. I do. But I'm a big fan of transmog because, you know, the transmog system, if you find out what people kind of like, then in future iterations like Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3, you can stay in that design window versus going completely crazy, you know? And that way you kind of like say, man, I really remember, I don't know what it is, but I like the aesthetics of that game. Well, because they did their research, they did their homework, you know? I think the guy in Flux, I never did him, so he might show up, but we don't have to do him. This guy. Elias Keeler. I don't think he has any lore value in the future. He's just basically a guy who wants some stimulants. I'm trying to remember. Let's just skip it. It's just more XP, which we don't need. Hey Rita, how you doing?
I'm glad you came, Shepard. I heard what happened.
The Normandy's been grounded.
I know, I'm sorry. I wanted to warn you, but there was no way to get a message to you before you docked. I know you're pissed off right now, but you can't give up. They all think this is over, but we both know it's not. You have to go to Ilos. You have to stop Saren from using the conduit.
I don't know if the Spectre armor was actually legitimate, but it also looks good. Right now, I mean, the Predator armors look great. Like Ashley's got Predator M, there's a Predator L, all those look great. There's a Silverback, which is one that you can find on occasion for Garrus. It's almost like the best armor you can get for a Turian. I found Rex's Battle Lord or Warlord or something like that armor, which is even better than the Colossus. So he's got that on and it looks great. And that's my point, is that there's certain types of armor that work great for, just Colossus is the best I've ever found for the humans, for Shep, I should say.
There's only one ship that can get me into the Terminus systems undetected, and she's grounded.
Citadel controls locked out all the Normandy's systems, but if we override the ambassador's orders, we can get them to bring the Normandy back online. You can be in the Terminus systems before anyone even knows you're gone.
If we steal the Normandy, you're the one left holding the bag.
And if Saren finds the conduit, life as we know it is over. The Reapers will destroy us. Humans, Asari, everybody. You're the only one who can stop him, Shepard. So I'll do whatever it takes to get you on the Normandy and off this station.
Stealing the Normandy is mutiny. What if the crew won't help me?
The Normandy's your ship now, Commander. Her crew will follow you to the ends of the galaxy. We both know that.
What's the plan?
I can unlock the Normandy from one of the consoles in the Citadel Control Center. You'll have a few minutes before anyone realizes what happened.
That's a restricted area patrolled by armed guards. How are you going to get in?
Leave that to me. Just make sure you're in the Normandy when the systems come back online.
There's gotta be a better way.
Ambassador Udina issued the lockdown order. If I can hack into the computer in his office, maybe I can override it.
He's not gonna let you waltz into his office and use his computer.
Hopefully he won't be there. If he is, I'll just have to think of something.
Udina won't let this slide, Captain. You'll be charged with treason, a capital offense.
We don't have a lot of options. I break into the ambassador's computer, or I take my chances with the patrols in Citadel Control.
You'll have a better chance if you go after the ambassador's computer.
I was hoping you'd say that. The ambassador has made this personal. You ready to get the hell off this station, Commander?
Let's do it.
I'll take care of the lockdown. You get down to the Normandy and tell Joker to stand by.
Commander, thanks again for all your help.
Pardon me, soldier. Could I take a moment of your time?
Yes, we can go into the Spectre requisitions just to take a look, see if they have anything at all that we could use.
Hello, Commander.
All right, let's see. Technically, that is better. So is that. I'm gonna get this as a pistol to replace my brawler, but I'm not 100% sure it'll work better because it doesn't have as much cooldown on it. So we'll see. The assault rifle. Ooh. Yeah, it's more accurate. So let's get that too. Make sure there's nothing else. Let's compare this with Ash. Oh, no, her Predator is still better. And what's funny is the Predator M is for medium armor, and it's still better than the heavy armor. Okay. Now Liara can wear light armor that's for humans, but I don't think she has great armor. Yeah. forward is the as far as like selling things, I mean, I have a bunch of stuff I could sell. I mean, I've already sold a lot in the previous stream I did. I hate Snowblind. But it was more or less just so that I don't, you know, have a pop-up that says your inventory is almost full. We don't really need it. We don't need the money. Yeah. Yeah, I think down here you'll see I have, yeah, see this silverback? It's I mean, it's 26, 132, and 12, and for Garrus, obviously that's not an improvement, but that was a level 2 armor, and it'll serve you for a long time, actually, and it looks good. But I don't think the silverback, I haven't seen one that's higher than a level 5, I believe. I could be wrong, but that really seems to be like the armor for Turians. Alright.
I'm surprised to see you on the front lines, Chief Williams. Most women I've observed in your alliance military serve in support roles.
It's becoming more common, but it took a long time to prove that ladies could handle an assault rifle or a shotgun.
I doubt anyone who saw your skill under fire could remain skeptical.
Alright. And I moved my camera over here to the left of the screen because I kept noticing that for cinematics, everything was on the right. I was putting myself on the right-hand side so that way when you're over the shoulder, you know, doing stuff, I'm not in the way. But really, I'm not in the way because Shepard is still more centered to the left, not all the way to the left.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in
I always choose this one because he gets to get punched.
Anderson, what are you doing here? I didn't send...
Let's go. Get us out of here, Joker. Now.
See, all this alone, the fact that you took the risk, did the thing, and then basically committed treason, but then saved the day and then had the proof to back it up, because clearly the Reaper, Sovereign, and all the Geth forces come to attack the Citadel, and the Citadel's not ready for it. Even though they say they're going to be ready for it, they're not ready for it. Despite all that, like I said, that's kind of why I like leaving this council alive. So that way they have no reason for future to, you know, to dismiss Shepard. Now they do. It's just a story element, but that holds them accountable. Just killing them off, the next council is not accountable for the previous council's actions. So it's not a moral decision. I just want them to, like, they're accountable from the beginning to the end. So, all right, quick save. I don't think we need to talk to anybody else. I think we've already done the Rex thing. Obviously Tally. Obviously Garrus. Ash is already... We're not male shepherds, so... I think we're good.
Shepard, may I speak with you?
I was just thinking about you.
I have been thinking about you too, and what we are about to face. I do not know what is going to happen on Ilos. I hope we will stop Saren, of course, but part of me fears we are already too late. There is something I must tell you, in case we fail.
We're not going to fail. I promise.
Please, I am not looking for comfort. Saren might already have the conduit. It is time to be completely honest with each other. These could be our last moments together. Our last chance to show each other how we feel. I want this to be special.
We don't have to do this. Not unless you're sure.
I have never been more sure of anything in my life. Will you join with me, Shepard? Let our bodies and minds unite.
Okay, chat, close your eyes.
Just tell me what to do.
This is what got everybody riled up before Mass Effect 2 came out. Like, oh my goodness, this is the worst space sex simulator game ever in history. It's all it is. And it's only Liara. It's the only person that ever... I don't remember Caden, if that was the case. I don't know. Because I've killed Caden off so many times in the past. I don't remember. Yeah.
By the goddess. That was incredible, Shepard.
You were incredible.
5 minutes ETA to the Mu relay.
I had better go. Duty calls. You would not want to keep Joker waiting. Shepard, whatever happens on Ilos, I just wanted to say thank you for everything.
But this also gives me the ability to leverage the position that I usually take for the Shadow Broker mission. So that way you have romantic connections with Liara. So a lot of the things that happen that are connected to the Shadow Broker missions, you got to keep that in mind. So
Commander? We've got company.
Have their sensors picked us up yet?
Well, stealth systems are engaged. Unless we get close enough for a visual, they won't have any idea we're here.
Picking up some strange readings from the planet's surface.
Take us down, Joker. Lock in on the coordinates.
Negative on that, Commander. The nearest landing zone's 2 clicks away.
We'll never make it in time on foot. Get us something closer.
There is nowhere closer. I've looked.
Drop us in the Mako.
You need at least 100 meters of open terrain to pull off a drop like that. The most I can find near Saren is 20.
20 meters? No way we can make a drop in there.
We have to try.
Find another landing zone!
There is no other landing zone!
The descent angle's too steep.
It's our only option.
It's not an option, it's a suicide run. We don't...
I can do it.
Joker?
I can do it.
Gear up and head down to the Mako. Joker, drop us right on top of that bastard.
So that's not a scene that's often discussed. Joker saying, I can do it, I can do it. And you kind of like take it at face value, like, oh, I can do it, right? He's not being confident. He actually has to pull off this stunt where he has to like come in at a certain angle and then almost go right back up. So he's probably going to have to like use some kind of gravitational balance or something, so that way the Normandy is not destroyed, you know, in the gravitational, the G-force, you know. So he has to do something really kind of crazy. So it's probably not going to be like super steep, but where they need 100 meters, he says he can do it in 20. So he's trying to say like, hey, I can do this, because otherwise the Mako is going to go straight through. You need 100 because it needs 100 to, as you've seen in all of the little cutscenes where the Mako like lands on a planet and it just has to take some time before it slows down. That's what Joker's saying, is that he's able to kind of put you in an operable area without you basically killing yourself in the Mako. So it's not so much just about the Normandy, it's about how he approaches it. So it's a combination of the two, and It's pretty impressive, actually. So it's not really, you know, there's not a lot of fanfare behind that scene, but it really should show how capable Joker really is. And I don't know, it's one of those things that they should always, in my opinion, have done a callback to. But they just kind of take it at face value and say, okay, so now we go on to the mission. You know. Stop yelling at you. Liara here would make this mission easy. I'm going to take Rex. Part of me wants to take Garrus. But, the problem with taking Rex is that he's so shotgun dependent, but he's tanky as hell. And there are a few Geth destroyers and juggernauts. So Garrus would just die. But if I get him enough armor, which I think he has now, he's got the Colossus, I think he'll be fine. Again, what I love about Ash is that she's just a tank, and, you know, she's got the assault rifle. Immensely versatile. It almost makes sense to use Ash and Garrus. But Rex is just indestructible. So how about this? How about we just do Ash and Rex, and that way hopefully we can like speed run Ilos. And 9 times out of 10 I would take Tally, but I'm an engineer. So her doing her stuff and me doing my stuff, if we end up hitting the same target, it's useless.
You two, keep moving inside now.
So you see what he did? He went up and he went almost right straight up. It wasn't one of those where he just continues to cruise
we
at
have
an
to get
angle.
inside this bunker before Saren finds the conduit.
They knew what they were talking
There's no way
about.
we're getting past that door with brute force.
Saren found some way to open it. There must be some kind of security override somewhere in this complex.
We'll have to find some way to get it up and running again.
Alright, I gotta check my weapon because I did buy those new items. Let's put this one on to see. And then our assault rifle. Let's try this one. Let me put it on actually. Ooh. already overheated. I'm gonna stick with the pistol. There we go. Alright. Think we're clear. We're not clear. We're not clear. Okay, there we are. There's one more up there. With some are they Colossus? What are they? Armatures. I don't know why I can't fire at them from here. But I can't. Okay, gotta move them around.
I'm a little busy here.
Okay, I hacked them. Now they can fight each other. Let them fight. For some reason, they're not attacking each other, though. Just gotta be careful here, because this is one of the more dangerous areas. It's a bit of a bottleneck. I must have hacked both of them. Yep. There we go. Ooh, okay. We got one to kill over here. Guys. Over here. Thank you. You're completely turned around, but that's okay. Alright. Okay, there we go. Yay! Finally finished this spot. Now we can quick save. For some reason I can't take cover. Even though I need to. Come on. Where are they? There they are. Ooh. Snipers. These freaking... Oh. Hit him. Okay, Rex, Ash, just go down there. Just go down there. Ash. Get down there. Thank you. Okay. Whole room full of those things. Ugh. Alright. Ooh, an Ursa. So these things, when, of course, Mass Effect came out, is believed to be the Protheans, but they're clearly not the Protheans. And it's actually a different race. I think if you go to the Ilos Codex, it tells you planets and location.
Pharos, like the ancient human city of Troy, Ilos is a world known only through second-hand sources. References to Ilos have been found at several other Prothean ruins, though direct study of the world is unlikely to occur. Ilos lies in a remote area of the Terminus systems, only accessible by the legendary Mu Relay. 4,000 years ago, the Mu Relay was knocked out of position by a supernova and lost. Since then, Ilos and its cluster have been inaccessible. Occasionally, a university will organize an expedition to chart a route to Ilos using conventional FTL drive. These never get beyond the planning stages due to the distance and danger. The journey could take years or decades, passing through the hostile Terminus systems and dozens of unexplored systems. 50,000, though now 50,000 years ago, the Prothean. In the early 21st,
I know there's a space for this, I just don't remember where.
After the Geth secure a location, they round up.
Alright, let's do that. Oh, medical exoskeleton. I think Ash does not have the 10. She's got the 9. There we go. And then Rex, he's got... oh, I thought I had... okay, so he's got kinetic exoskeleton 8. Man, we could really make him regenerate real fast if I got him that. Perhaps this one would be better for this area. I prefer the other one, but yeah, see, this is damage protection, so energized. Ooh. Yeah, let's just keep that. But the medical is calling to me for Rex. We have the 9 as well, so maybe we'll run into another 10. We can put it on our own selves. Oh, squad. So Rex gets a couple of different things. So we're gonna do his throw, and then Ash, and then me, and then good. Okay, 5. All right, we're off again. Yeah, I know there's a codex for those things. I just don't remember where. These guys. Hard decryption. And some of the vegetation you get stuck on, which makes no sense to me. Why would they put it there? I know it's an aesthetic. I get it, but... Out of nowhere they got me. Guys, see, he got stuck on this branch thing, you know? Just open it up a little bit, or don't put it there. Okay. I think this area is completely clear now. Leave. Because the those armatures were right up there. All right. Oh. There we go. Going up. There you guys go. Very nice. Thought for sure that Codex was around here somewhere. Because I know the picture for it is, I believe, this guy over here. This one. I believe the Codex feature is this particular one. If we go into like photo mode, I'll have to like... There we go. I'll take a picture. Yeah, they look nothing like the Protheans. All right. So there's a thing right there, but I want to go over here. I guess I'll go ahead and get it before I forget. But this is where it comes out, and then we get our Mako and we go move on. But we gotta get back here. I think it's back here. See, where is everybody? Where's Rex? Probably caught on some vegetation again. See? This is what I was saying. I mean, it's neat. It's a little confusing, but you get hung up on some things. Okay. Guys, come on. Guys, come on. Ash, you're not going to do anybody any good right there. Okay, now we're good. Or not, I thought... I think now we're good. Even though I said we were good before. Nice. Nice. See, when we're nice and open like this, much easier. So much easier. But it's the cramped quarters that causes a lot of problems. Okay. But yeah, like I said, a lot of it's done for aesthetics. But I'm like, oh, Predator 10. That's probably better for Ash. Hold on. Medium armor? No, it's not. That's crazy. Huh. I don't even think it's better for me. The light armor, Predator 10. Yeah. That's crazy. I thought it would be. Okay. Let's go over here. Hold on. I think. Yeah, yep. That's what I thought. Okay, I hacked one. We should be good. I think we got him. Alright, yeah. So this elevator takes us to the area we need to be at, but the other one's for that loot area. That's what I'm saying, is that the area just is so confusing. It needs to be a lot more linear, but it's not, so... Guys. Thank you. Yeah. They just took us up here. For an average decryption crate. Okay. I mean, it's the weirdest thing. I don't know who designed this, but okay. Now we go over here. We can open the gate.
This place still has power. It must be running off its own generator.
I bet this is the command center for the entire complex. Saren's troops must have sealed the doors from here after he went inside. We'll have to figure out how to disengage the security lockdown if we ever want to get inside that bunker.
this is a horrible, horrible bottleneck. You have no place to hide. They just basically shoot you down the pipe. And so that's what I was saying, like bring Rex and Ash to kind of speedrun this area. Because otherwise you're fighting for your life, you know. Okay. I believe this is just to hack these armatures. Alright. I have half a mind just to use my Omni Gel. What else am I using it for at this point? Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm using Omni Gel. Alright. But we get XP. Alright. Let's go over here. I don't think this is just this is a good little vantage point that if you could make it here, you can kind of like take them out, but they basically flank you anyway, so there's no huge advantage of making it here. So anyway, Rex, you coming? Okay. And believe we just go upstairs, and this way is just the causeway to go back down, I believe. Just double check. Yeah, that just takes us back. But that takes us to the Mako, and it opens up the door, and then we get out. So we'll do this. And then we're kind of halfway through Ilos, really. There's not a ton more, except for the conversation with Vigil.
Come on, Saren's already got a head start. We have to go find him before he reaches the conduit.
Unless he's already found it, then we're just walking into a trap.
That's a chance we'll have to take.
Hold on. Something's happening.
Too late. Unable to... Invading fleets. No escape.
Sounds like some kind of message, but I don't recognize the language.
It's probably in Prothean. This recording must be 50,000 years old. No wonder we can't understand it.
The message is all broken up, but I recognize some of the words. It's a warning against the Reaper invasion.
Incredible. The cipher must have transferred an understanding of the Prothean language into your mind.
Not safe. Seek refuge inside the archives.
What's it saying? Can you make out anything useful?
Vault Reapers. The Citadel. Overwhelmed. Only hope. Act of desperation. The conduit. All is lost.
It said something about the conduit, but it's too degraded to help. We should go.
Cannot be stopped. Cannot be stopped.
Yeah, Mass Effect 1 definitely suffers from this whole like wind up and down. You go up just to go down, or up to just go up a little bit up further. And so when they made Mass Effect 2, the episodes that you see, the side quests and stuff like that, they're all broken up because they were trying to deviate away from, you know, what was going on in Mass Effect 1. And I mean, to me that makes sense, but
who votes we take the vehicle into the creepy underground bunker?
but once I get to Vigil, I might take a real quick break, because there's just a couple things I gotta do real quick.
Would have set some kind of trap or ambush for us. I must have been in too much of a hurry.
I like how the pods are consistent. They didn't retcon these pods. They do tell you that the Protheans are in these pods. It's kind of weird that they have them kind of sticking out like that a bit. I mean, it's more for an aesthetic type thing, but hold on. I'm gonna do a photo of this. It's kind of neat. We're gonna do f-stop 45. That looks pretty good. And then, yeah. Let's see what equipment we got. Anything? Nothing. But it is neat that they didn't retcon the pods. When you find Javik, he's in a pod that looks like this. But I guess you don't need to retcon things necessarily. I mean, what if these pods were made at 49,000 and Javik's was at 50,000, you know? There could have been a difference in the technology.
What are those things on the wall? Some kind of containers?
They look like stasis pods. The Prothean.
Ah. Rex was saying something. I didn't stop him. Oh, it's because of the combat. Crap. This is very Andromeda-ish. That's why Andromeda did what it did. It said, hey, look, Mass Effect 1 did it. We didn't learn anything from that. And I kind of knew that was going to happen, so that's why I stopped the Mako just when Rex started talking. And then, lo and behold, here comes two missiles.
What's happening?
It's a trap! Saren must have set an ambush.
It's a trap.
I don't think Saren's behind this.
It's a trap. Alright. Alright, let's go talk to Vigil. But yeah, I'm going to just take a 1 or 2 minute break at the most. Just got to do something real quick. And I need to order a water bowl for the dogs.
What the hell is down here? Is this just another trap, or did we finally run into some good luck?
Don't get your hopes up. The only thing we can depend on right now is ourselves.
They enjoy drinking water off this little bowl I leave out for them. You know, ceramic, and I clean it every other day. And so they love drinking out of that. So I figured I'd get them like one of those stainless steel water bowls that with the fountain, because they have one, but it was more for Emily, and Emily was a big dog, and so it's kind of tall and it held a lot of water. They can't reach it, so they like to drink water in here. So I was gonna get them one of their own. Okay, so let me pause this real quick before I talk to Vigil, because this is very, very important. I want to be completely focused for it. Tons of lore here. So let me do this. Let me put it in photo mode. Then you guys can... I don't know what Ash is doing, but... Hold on. We'll hide that. And then I'm going to put down... Quick break. Like that. Hold on. Okay, I apologize. I am back. We'll get into this. Let me get my quick break off of there. There we go. Okay, so we're going to have a big lore dump here. And of course, in post, I tend to remove all these like breaks. And if the intro is, you know, longer than it needed to be or whatever, I always go back in post. So if you ever want to watch the playlists of these, they're a little bit more streamlined. Not a ton, but a little.
You are not Prothean, but you are not machine either. This eventuality was one of many that was anticipated. This is why we sent our warning through the beacons.
Looks like some kind of VI program. Pretty badly damaged.
I do not sense the taint of indoctrination upon any of you. Unlike the other that passed recently, perhaps there is still hope.
Wait a minute. How come I can understand you? Why aren't you speaking the Prothean language?
I have been monitoring your communications since you arrived at this facility. I have translated my output into a format you will comprehend. My name is Vigil. You are safe here for the moment, but that is likely to change. Soon, nowhere will be safe.
Are you some kind of artificial intelligence program?
I am an advanced non-organic analysis system with personality imprints from Kesad Aishan, Chief Overseer of the Ilos Research Facility.
Why did you bring me here?
You must break a cycle that has continued for millions of years. But to stop it, you must understand, or you will make the same mistakes we did. The Citadel is the heart of your civilization and the seat of government, as it was with us, and as it has been with every civilization that came before us. But the Citadel is a trap. The station is actually an enormous mass relay, one that links to dark space, the empty void beyond the galaxy's horizon. When the Citadel relay is activated, the Reapers will pour through, and all you know will be destroyed.
How come nobody ever noticed the Citadel was an inactive mass relay?
The Reapers are careful to keep the greatest secrets of the Citadel hidden. That is why they created a species of seemingly benign organic caretakers. The Keepers maintain the station's most basic functions. They enable any species that discovers the Citadel to use it without fully understanding the technology. Reliance on the Keepers ensures no other species will ever discover the Citadel's true nature, not until the relay is activated and the Reapers invade.
So one thing that you'll notice Vigil says is that the Reapers are very careful to hide their secrets. A superior being does not have to have those type of secrets. You see where I'm going with that? Because that's my point, is that when you say, wow, you couldn't have lived to be 50,000 years old, you cannot comprehend the vastness that we are. Things like that. They are superior technology. They're not superior beings. And that may sound obvious, but the more you dive into it and look into it, there's all these little flaws in the Reapers' attempt to convince you of their superiority in that form. They are superior in many forms, but not in the form that they're trying to present to you. And that's why Shepard looks through all that and has that hope. And I think that's the key that is not often, well, I know for sure it's not projected as part of the story. That's something you're supposed to interpret and see through. You're supposed to just like, oh, well, we're the hero and so we save everything. There's a little bit more to it. There's a reason why Shepard can have that point of view. And this is like the beginning of all that. Vigil is telling you, he's kind of like Virgil, but Vigil is basically telling you about all this information about the Reapers, and they're not the boogeyman that like they're trying to present themselves as. Yes, they are destructive, and yes, they have every ability to wipe all civilizations off the map. But they aren't who they project themselves to be. So there is that little bit of leverage that we have.
How do the Reapers survive out in dark space?
We have only theories. The researchers here came to believe the Reapers enter prolonged states of inactivity to conserve energy. This allows them to survive the thousands and thousands of years it takes for organic civilization to rebuild itself. But in this state, they are vulnerable. By retreating beyond the edges of the galaxy, they ensure no one will accidentally discover them. They keep their existence hidden until the Citadel relay is activated.
Now, you'll notice that Vigil does not say that is the case. It's only a theory. I think my theory holds up better. I think that they do power down like Vigil says, and they are probably vulnerable, and that's why they're just not around. However, I don't think that they are around for thousands and thousands of years powered down. Just in our relative perspective, it's thousands, 50,000 years. To them, it may be only 50. And that's my point. But you still have to kind of power down for those 50 because you use tons of energy during that time period. And no doubt they probably harvest energy when they come back. And that's part of the reason of why they need to keep doing what they're doing. They're following orders from instructions given many, many years ago that they've misconstrued. But they also need to continue to do that. And one of those things to do that with is energy. And so I'm pretty sure they harvest energy at the same time. But who knows?
If he turns on the relay, the Reapers can wipe out the Council and the Citadel fleet in one fell swoop.
That was our fate. Our leaders were dead before we even realized we were under attack. The Reapers seized control of the Citadel, and through it, the mass relays. Communication and transportation across our empire were crippled. Each star system was isolated, cut off from the others. Easy prey for the Reaper fleets. Over the next decades, the Reapers systematically obliterated our people. World by world, system by system, they methodically wiped us out.
The war was lost. If you'd surrendered, they might have let you live.
No offer of surrender was ever given. Our enemy had a single goal: the extinction of all advanced organic life. Through the Citadel, the Reapers had access to all our records, maps, census data. Information is power, and they knew everything about us. Their fleets advanced across every settled region of the galaxy. Some worlds were utterly destroyed. Others were conquered, their populations enslaved. These indoctrinated servants became sleeper agents under Reaper control. Taken in as refugees by other Protheans, they betrayed them to the machines. Within a few centuries, the Reapers had killed or enslaved every Prothean in the galaxy. They were relentless, brutal, and absolutely thorough.
I don't understand. Where did the Reapers go after they conquered your people?
Our worlds were stripped bare, harvested by the indoctrinated slaves. Everything of value, all resources, all technology was taken. Certain that all advanced organic life had been extinguished, the Reapers retreated back through the Citadel relay into dark space, sealing it behind them. All evidence of the Reaper invasion had been wiped away. Only their indoctrinated slaves were left behind, abandoned. Mindless husks, no longer capable of independent thought, the indoctrinated soon starved or died of exposure. The genocide of the Protheans was complete.
So, again, if you're a superior being, why are you erasing your tracks? You shouldn't need to. You should just be able to, like, wipe the floor with everybody and let them pick up the pieces. It's not your concern at that point. Why are you erasing yourself, right? Because you don't want to be found. There are secrets that you have that you don't want revealed for the next generation. You want to continue to do what you've been able to do. Again, there are a lot of flaws with them.
What do the Reapers get out of this? Why do they keep repeating this pattern of genocide over and over?
The Reapers are alien, unknowable. Perhaps they need slaves or resources. More likely they are driven by motives and goals organic beings cannot hope to comprehend. In the end, what does it matter? Your survival depends on stopping them, not in understanding them.
And that's the difference. Like, we're trying to understand. We are actually, because by understanding them, that's how we defeat them. But Sovereign told you, you cannot possibly comprehend us. And Vigil's saying the same thing. That's what they want you to believe. And again, Vigil's saying, we don't really know. And why is that important, really? We just know that they come. And again, that's what they want you to believe. It's an illusion. And yes, they are very powerful. You know, it's like putting a pro football team against a high school team. I get it. They are superior in every way. Better coaching, better athletes, better equipment, you know, you name it. But they aren't the gods we think that they are. That's what they're trying to project themselves as. And that's what you have to see through.
You said you brought me here for a reason. Tell me what I need to do.
The conduit is the key. Before the Reapers attacked, we Protheans were on the cusp of unlocking the mysteries behind mass relay technology. Ilos was a top-secret facility. Here, researchers worked to create a small-scale version of a mass relay, one that linked directly to the Citadel, the hub of the relay network.
The conduit's not a weapon. It's a backdoor into the Citadel.
How did you manage to stay hidden?
All official records of our project were destroyed in the initial attack on the Citadel. While the Prothean Empire came crashing down, Ilos was spared. We severed all communication with the outside, and our facility went dark. The personnel retreated underground into these archives. To conserve resources, everyone was put into cryogenic stasis. I was programmed to monitor the facility and wake the staff when the danger had passed. But the genocide of an entire species is a long, slow process. Years passed, decades, centuries. The Reapers persisted, and my energy reserves were dwindling.
Man, that isn't missed a lot, but it's not enforced enough. That the genocide of an entire species is a long, slow process. At least in this situation. And so years pass, decades, centuries. And that's why when you run across Javik, you know, the war had already been going on for a while, and he was dealing with the remnants, so he doesn't know Prothean society at its height. Never experienced it. But similarly, that's why we can have some hope that we're not trying to like just, because if we can get over that initial burst that they attack us with, there is that hope. Because that's what they try to do. They just try to hit you all at once, and then they pick up the pieces. But if you can sustain that, if you can fight against that, then they're vulnerable.
He should have fought.
We were a few hundred against a galactic invasion fleet. Our only hope was to remain undetected. I began to disable the life support of non-essential personnel. First support staff, then security. One by one, their pods were shut down to conserve energy. Eventually, only the stasis pods of the top scientists remained active. Even these were in danger of failing when the Reapers finally retreated back through the Citadel relay.
There were hundreds of stasis pods out there. You just shut them down? You killed them?
Banana says, it's kind of like how Thane wants you to think he's a good person, but he's not. And that's where we disagree, because he doesn't want you to believe that. He does not care. He says that from the very beginning. He's a bad person. And he doesn't hide from it. And it's kind of funny how, like, that is constantly told me, like, oh, he wants to present. No, he doesn't. He's never said that. And he is so spiritual that he would be lying to himself, and he doesn't feel that way. That's why he prays only to himself. He prays with Shepard, not for necessarily him. He prays for Shepard in that moment. So no, he's not trying to find absolution. He doesn't want it. He doesn't need it. You can feel like however you want to believe of like, oh, this is fake. This is him trying to present himself, whatever. It's a veneer. He doesn't feel that way about himself. So I don't project that on him. So
You were programmed to protect them, not kill them.
This outcome was not completely unforeseen. My actions were a result of contingency programming entered on my creation.
I bet they didn't tell the non-essential staff about this contingency.
I saved key personnel. When the Reapers retreated, the top researchers were still alive. My actions are the only reason any hope remains. When the researchers woke, they realized the Prothean species was doomed. There were only a dozen individuals left, far too few to sustain a viable population. Yet they vowed to find some way to stop the Reapers from returning. A way to break the cycle forever. And they knew the Keepers were the key.
Yeah, Banana says he absolutely does. But he never does. There's not a single line that he ever says, or you could interpret that he doesn't actually say what he means. He's actually a very stoic individual. You know, not much phases him at all. Through good or bad, he's pretty mellow. So he doesn't celebrate when they win. He doesn't get down when they lose. So he's very stoic. So that's why I'm saying he doesn't really hide anything. He is who he is, regardless of the situation. But I really love that when Rex said, oh, I bet they didn't tell the non-essential personnel that they were going to shut them down. And then Vigil immediately responds to that saying, look, I did what I had to do. It's really a funny banter there. That it's not really, the context is not funny, but it's funny how Rex said that, and then a Vigil immediately shuts that down. It's like, look, I tried to do what I had to do. It's hilarious.
I still don't understand what's going on here. Why is Saren trying to find the conduit?
The conduit gives him access to the Citadel and the Keepers. The Keepers are controlled by the Citadel. Before each invasion, a signal is sent through the station compelling the Keepers to activate the Citadel relay. After decades of feverish study, the scientists discovered a way to alter this signal. Using the conduit, they gained access to the Citadel and made the modifications. This time, when Sovereign sent the signal to the Citadel, the Keepers ignored it. The Reapers are trapped in dark space.
Is it weird how you believe the Asari deceptive but not think? Because they're genetically built that way. That's their genes. There's no hiding that. Otherwise, Liara would not present herself in the form that she is. She would actually be whatever form that the Asari truly are. There you go. So you're saying that he's in total control of how he presents himself? Pretty much. Yeah, he's always in, that's his thing, is like he is a very controlled person. And like I said, Jacob doesn't like assassins. Jacob is an assassin himself. He's getting paid for money to, if it wasn't against the Reapers, Cerberus would be attacking, other alien bases. He's a hired hand for that same purpose. He's a mercenary. He's not working for the government. He's also an assassin, but he doesn't understand that. He doesn't understand the relativity to that. Whereas they never shirks away from the title. He's like, I am what I am. So no, he's not trying to present himself any other way. But I don't think there's a single line in Mass Effect that says that, look, I want you to think of me like this and not like that. No, he just gives you the facts, lets you decide for yourself.
Saren must have some plan to undo everything you did.
The one you call Saren will use the conduit to bypass the Citadel's defenses. Once inside, he will transfer control of the station to Sovereign. Sovereign will override the Citadel systems and manually open the relay, and the cycle of extinction will begin again.
Yeah, so he has a huge advantage when deceiving people because he has so much control over what you see of him. Yeah, but that's true of anybody. You can present yourself falsely, right? There's tons of examples out there, right? You give yourself a false image so that way you can manipulate the situation. But I don't do that. I'm an open book. And I can see where natural distrust can come into play. It's like, there's no way somebody is like that, but they do exist. And like, there's a lot of things that I do behind the scenes that I do not talk about. It's not relevant for my channel or my online persona. But if I wanted to bring them out, I could. I'd say, this is what I do, this is what I do, this is what I do. I don't ever talk about that stuff. But if I wanted to present myself like, hey, look, I'm a good person because I do all this stuff, I don't do that. I think Thane is the same way. He does what he does for him and to make him feel better. It's not to make you feel any different about him, because he is who he is. And there's nothing you can do. There's nothing he can do to change your opinion. And he wouldn't try to change your mind about him either. Because he doesn't in any single instance with Shepard. Never tries to change your mind. But, you know.
Is there any way we can stop them?
There's a data file in my console. Take a copy when you go. When you reach the Citadel's master control unit, upload it to the station. It will corrupt the Citadel's security protocols and give you temporary control of the station.
Opposing opinions.
It might give you a chance against Sovereign.
And that's why I really like bantering with, you know.
Where's the Citadel's master control unit? I've never heard of anything like that.
Through the conduit. Follow Saren.
Where's the button? Where's
he
the
will
little
lead
button?
you to your destination.
The master control unit. Where is it? I've never seen that. I do appreciate opposing opinions completely. And that's why our channel is called The Gamer's Advocate, because we want to look at every single avenue that we can, every single subject, and look at it from different angles. What's the juxtaposition of this situation? How is that still relevant? How could we maybe make this situation, who's a great situation, even better? Or how could it have been worse? Or what's a worse situation that we could have seen translated better or something, you know? And like I said, I love opposing opinions. I don't ever try to convince myself of my position, though. And that's why I kind of gravitate to Thane a little bit, because I kind of understand that. It's like, I don't need you to convince you. You're going to make your own opinion, which is fine. But we can have the discussion. That's the difference. Anyway, oh yeah, and all these. I do want to talk about Sovereign. Let's actually, Prothean scientists. I'm trying to get to the point where we do talk about the race that was there before the Protheans, the Ilos race. I know there's a codex for it, but I can't seem to I haven't found it yet.
What happened to the survivors from the Conduit project?
They used the conduit to gain access to the Citadel, but the conduit is only a prototype. The portal only links in one direction, so they were trapped on the station. I do not know what became of them then. It is unlikely they found any food or water on the station. I fear they suffered a slow, grim death. I only know they succeeded in their mission to seal the relay. Your presence here proves their sacrifice was not in vain.
So, when the Reapers created the Citadel, they created the Keepers as well?
A more likely scenario is that the Keepers were one of the early harvested civilizations, perhaps the very first. Perhaps they responded well to indoctrination, or the Reapers simply bred them to be obedient. In any case, they were left behind to operate and maintain the Citadel.
See?
But the Keepers are no longer directly controlled by Sovereign or its ilk. They evolved so that they only respond to the signals emitted by the Citadel itself.
And that's
when the
great.
Protheans altered the Citadel's signals, they broke Sovereign's hold over the Keepers. Now, they are completely harmless.
They've basically been trained. Hey, look, you know, the Reapers do not need to give instructions to the Keepers. They're on autopilot. And they trust that so much, and that is a fault of the Reapers. They trust that situation that the Keepers are only listen to the Citadel and the Citadel's instructions. They trust that so much that imagine if we just completely wiped out the Keepers. We might be able to resolve this right here and now. that's what is not really talked about that much, because then that's a story-breaking issue. Once we know who the Keepers are, and we know their relationship to getting the Reapers back, let's just get rid of the Keepers. The problem is they maintain the station. So all this tech that we have, all this wonderful civilization that we have on the Citadel, with all the rooms and the aesthetics to it, which, by the way, the Citadel and a lot of stuff in Mass Effect, including the ships and stuff, that's not entirely unique to BioWare. There was an artist who I can never remember the name for. He has a lot of concept imagery of science fiction. Appreciate it. And if you look at it, it looks one-to-one. It looks like he was the one who was doing all the concept art for Mass Effect. Look at, man, I need to reference him. Maybe I'll find his name and put it in the description. But yeah, he came up with a lot of, and it was in the 50s, and he came up with a lot of stuff, and that's where BioWare got a lot of their ideas for the aesthetics of Mass Effect. So if you're thinking like, why is the Citadel look the way it does with the branching arms, and why do the cars look the way that's how he drew them. They look exactly like what he drew. There's no definitive indicator that he's being honest. The same for him being deceptive. Right. And that's kind of what I'm saying, Banana. It's you can't say with proof that he's one way or the other. So if we're going to put him on our team and he's only shown a resolve that is basically he's Shepard's arm, then I'm good with that. Right? He doesn't come up with his own opinion of saying, you know what, Shep does a lot of bad things. If you do like a renegade stuff and says, you know what, I'm out of here. No, he doesn't do that. If you're a Paragon and, you know, he's like, look, you're too good for me. I can't deal with that. He doesn't do that. So kind of have to be, I'm more of a, like I said, I see him more of as kind of a true neutral. Because at this point, and so that's why I've never seen him as lawful good, lawful evil. The things he's done and who he is are very different things. You know, for instance, I can be a lawful good person and make a bunch of videos about evil things. So it doesn't make me an evil person in that respect. But, you know, like I said, the translation of what the things you do and who you are, not always one-to-one. You know, and so I think he's a perfect example of how there's complexity within the story. And that's a good thing. That's a really, really good thing. You don't want your characters to always do one thing and only one thing. I think Dragon Age does a really great job of this historically. Dragon Age 1, 2, and 3. In Dragon Age Inquisition, you have people like Solus, who I don't like as a character. But what's neat is that you can never pin down who he really is, and that's why him being who he actually turned out to be is a really great reveal, because he's never deviated from his persona, but he's never been a persona that is actually on your side either. You know, he actually will be quite antagonistic because he has a certain point of view about spirits and the spirit realm and, you know, a few other things, and the elves and the ancient elves. You start getting into that, it hits a nerve with him. So you can distance yourself from him. You can hit him because he betrays you in certain situations and things like that. And it's like, you knew all along. So there's great character development there. And Thane isn't like that. It's a very, very neutral response to a lot of situations. And I think that's because that's who he is. And if you apply that mindset, then it kind of fits. The puzzles kind of actually fit together. You're not saying, hey, look, even though he does this, he wants you to think he's like this, but it doesn't fit, right? So anyway, like I said, it's not a justification or anything like that. It is what it is. That explains the Geth.
Sovereign must have realized organic races were difficult to control.
A likely hypothesis. The Keepers evolved in an unanticipated direction. Non-organic servants like the Geth would be more predictable.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to playing Dragon Age 4. But there's so many characters in the Dragon Age universe that have been so complex. Even Iron Bull, you know, this big, tough, rugged spy Qunari, and the Qunari are very dogmatic, and he's working for the Qunari. but he has his own opinions about things, and he likes to live life, and that's why he pretty easily gets in a relationship with Dorian if you're not in a relationship with him or Dorian. So he'll they usually often find relationships with each other. I find that really, really interesting because that's very in tune with the type of person that Bull is, and that he wants to live life. And Dorian wants to get out from under the thumb of the Tevinter influence. There's so much there that makes sense. And I think the complexity of characters, like I said, in Dragon Age is pretty unique, and I really wish that they had kept a running theme of some characters. I'm extremely happy that has been Liliana up to this point. I have not seen her at all in Dragon Age 4, but it's kind of like what I said. If I see Viconia in Baldur's Gate 3, it's Game of the Year for me. I'm going to say the same thing for Dragon Age 4. If I see Liliana, or if there's any kind of anything with her that's significant, then it's Game of the Year for me. But because I love that character so much. Love Liliana. Easily my favorite character in that series. And she could potentially be an immensely important figure if BioWare wants to go that direction. I know enough lore about Dragon Age to get me in trouble, but they haven't actually fleshed out Liliana, which this game could do. She is potentially the world of Thedas. She could be their destruction. The connections that are potentially there are pretty important. Anyway.
What about the beacon on Eden Prime and the one on Virmire? What were they for?
At our apex, the beacons spanned the breadth of our empire. We used them as a single galaxy-wide network to transmit data and communications rapidly from world to world. Virtually all the beacons were destroyed during the invasion, but once the Reapers were gone, the survivors here on Ilos decided to risk sending out a message. We knew it was unlikely there were other survivors, but if there were, we wanted them to know about Ilos. We wanted to give them hope, so a message was sent across the network.
You could have exposed yourself to the Reapers.
In truth, we didn't expect any of the beacons would still function, but we had to try. If there were survivors, we had to reach them. The message was meant for our own people. It was coded so only organic beings could interpret it. We still didn't understand the power of Reaper indoctrination. We never realized it could lead an agent of the machines, like Saren, to this world. But it has also led you here. So perhaps we did not fail after all.
One thing he says here, it says that the message could only be interpreted by organic beings. He doesn't expand upon that thought, but you got to remember who the Protheans were. You don't find this out until Mass Effect 3, but they communicate via sensory interpretation, touch, smell, temperature. All those things combined communicate language, and that's something that inorganic beings cannot do. It's way too much information. In fact, the Geth, when you talk about Legion, he is an individual unit. However, the Geth themselves can't collate Legion's sensory information to theirs because it's way too much data for them. They cannot share that across. They can only share information. I mean, it says that in Mass Effect 3. I think even in Mass Effect 1 it does, where it basically says so they can, link all their information. Well, no, not necessarily. They link information, but not the individual data points. That's just too much for the entire system to be able to handle. And so, similarly, when this message was sent out, they're doing it in their Prothean manner, and that's why they didn't expect any way possible for the Reapers to be able to intercept that or understand it. because they were doing it in the Prothean method of communication. However, like he's saying, they indoctrinated Saren, who interpreted it for them. He was a conduit. But anyway.
What about the beacon on Eden Prime? And the one on Virmire? What were they for?
At our apex, the beacon spanned the breadth virtually all that we knew. It was unlikely there were other survivors.
Let's talk about Sovereign.
If the Reapers are trapped in dark space, how did Sovereign get here?
It is logical to assume the Reapers would leave one of their own behind after each extinction. A sentinel to pave the way for their inevitable return. Like those in dark space, Sovereign probably spent most of the last 50,000 years in a state of hibernation. Periodically, it would wake to analyze the situation. Keeping its existence hidden, it would evaluate the state of galactic civilization. And when the time was right, it would signal the Citadel and usher in the next Reaper invasion. But this time the signal failed. The Keepers did not respond. Sovereign's allies were trapped in the void. Alone, it was forced to try and discover what had gone wrong.
And there is how we get to this point. He just said it. Like I said, there is a flaw in the Reapers' plans. And you break one domino, the rest of them will not fall. So, I mean, he couldn't be more clear. But again, it's just rehashing the story as we know it, but it makes it much more clear. And it, like I said, there's no retconning here. It just simply moves forward, and I really like that.
Sovereign's the largest ship in the galaxy. Why all this secret? Why not just attack the Citadel?
Sovereign is not invincible. Revealing its true nature would have united the forces of every organic species against it. Even a Reaper couldn't survive such odds. But the Reapers are patient. They will not rush into the unknown. Sovereign could have been planning this for centuries, moving deliberately, gathering allies. Slowly, it has assembled the pieces of the puzzle, working through agents to keep itself hidden. Saren is the most visible pawn of the Reapers, but I doubt he was the first. Now Sovereign has grown bold. Whether from confidence or desperation, I cannot say. But it is determined to reopen the portal to dark space.
Yeah, so he says they have agents, and we know Saren is one of them. But as Vigil just said, there could be more. He said agents with an S. And if you have read any of the comics for Mass Effect, you know who the Elusive Man is. He has a name, and he was with Saren at the time when they found a beacon. And it is very possible that he became indoctrinated as well, or he was at least exposed to it. And that's how we get the Elusive Man to be who he is. There's a lot of information there. I won't go over it just yet. That's more of a Mass Effect 3 thing. But there's so many things that actually tie together seamlessly that BioWare is not given enough credit for, in my opinion. It's a great story. There's a lot of surface lore that really doesn't have much more than that, but because there's all these layers, they kind of connect really well. And like I said, I don't think they get enough credit for that. And then Andromeda comes along, and again, I'm not going to trash on Andromeda or anything, but they didn't do the same thing. They didn't try to create those layers. They just said, this is where you're at. There's the bad guy, go get him. And the thing about storytelling is that works if you're gonna just make a B movie. Okay, it's a B movie, but call it a B movie. It's just, fortunately, it's Mass Effect. You just can't do that, so.
Saren's got enough of a head start. Grab that data file and let's go.
The one you call Saren has not reached the conduit. Not yet. There is still hope if you hurry.
Alright. So. It would have been kind of neat too that once you get beamed off The Ilos.
Believe it. So many dead, and it was all for nothing. The Protheans fell right into the Reaper's trap just like we did.
Keep it moving. I've got no intention of ending up like this.
Yeah, if they had simply, when you leave Ilos, there's a cut back to Vigil, and he's powering down. I think that would have been really beautiful. You just, for all we know, Vigil may still be alive in Mass Effect 3. we assume that he powered down shortly after this, but even, you know, he did create that barrier to give us information, and then he released the barrier. Even now they could have said, hey, look, we're shutting down, but there's never real closure there for Vigil, and I think he's a very important character. Vigil tells us so much in one little session, and even though he kind of rehashes a lot of stuff we already know, that's not really the point, you know? It's okay to enforce things that we suspect as truth now. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But he is really important, I think, and so the very least they could have done is show him powering down. And, oh. They're around the corner. I have died here before. I gotta be kind of careful. Just missed a missile. Okay. Okay, there we go. That's the missile guy. Oop, there's another one. Thought there was only one. Ooh. That armature guy is really... Oh, it's a Colossus, that's why. Okay, no wonder. Alright, now we're good. As long as we can move back and forth, back and forth. We're gonna dance. We're gonna dance with the Colossus. I have not finished Black Myth Wukong, by the way. I think I'm on the last boss, but there's a whole bunch of hidden content that I've done all the content for. So I'm pretty sure that if I do Black Myth Wukong now, for me, it's not just going to be like the last boss that I face. It's going to be like this whole like big encounter, which is good, but I haven't had time to sit there and play it. And you know, those action games like that, it's one of those that you really need to be playing consistently, because otherwise, you know, you kind of forget like what's the jump button, what's the dodge button, what's the it's kind of like playing Street Fighter, right? You can't just walk away from Street Fighter for a month and then come back to it. Right? Your muscle memory is not going to be there. So that's why I'm kind of afraid to go back to it, because now I'm going to be facing hard bosses. But I don't know how to use my controller. So, oh man, it hit me. But I've had a notion on my own channel to play Black Myth Wukong, kind of like the ending area on stream. I think I'm gonna struggle, and I don't want that to be like a struggle bus for the stream, you know? I don't want that. Nobody wants that. Oh, come on. Here we go. Okay, we're good. Man, the first time I did this, the very first time I played Mass Effect 1, I did not know that I could just skip all those Colossus and armatures that you meet here. I thought I had to like take them all out, and it was I died several times trying to make that gauntlet, and really it's just, you just got to get there. All right, quick save.
There, the conduit. It's incredible.
We don't have time to admire the view. We have to get through that relay, and these Geth aren't going to make it easy on us.
Right. I kind of wish it was a cutscene, though, so...
Activate the defenses! Seal the station! The arms aren't moving. Systems not responding. Abandon the Citadel! Evacuate the Council! Citadel Control! Citadel Control, do you copy?
Yeah, right here. I always felt like I had to, like, take out these armatures and things.
Hang on! Things are gonna get a little rough.
And I was like, how am I supposed to do that in 30 seconds? I don't understand. But, yeah. It's nice seeing I'm getting all these achievements.
Failures detected across all monitored systems. Please begin emergency evacuation procedure.
See that sad music? That's for the Mako.
Critical failures detected across all monitored systems. Please begin emergency evacuation.
In the early 21st, 50,000 years ago, though now extinct, the Rachni Pharos was a habitat like the ancient human city of Troy. There are between 200 and 400 billion stars in the galaxy. The terminus systems are located.
Yeah, I'll have to do some research later. I was sure that Virmire gave me a little bit of a codex of the previous race that's there.
The Presidium is experiencing severe system malfunctions across the entire level. All non-emergency personnel must evacuate immediately.
Give me a rundown of the damage.
We have lost all primary power to the level. Environmental controls are not responding. Class 3 fires are burning in sectors 2, 3, 6, and 7. Civilian casualties are high. I am also detecting numerous unauthorized synthetic life forms throughout the station. They are believed to be hostile. Please approach with caution.
Come on! We need to stop Saren before it's too late!
Please begin emergency evacuation procedures. This is not a drill. Critical failures detected across all monitored systems. Please begin emergency evacuation procedures. This is not a drill.
Or in an elevator at the final scene here. Give me some of the damage. Everything's on fire. Exactly. Yo.
The Citadel's closing. They're sealing the station.
Don't let the enemy ships inside the arms!
One of the next scenes is one of the coolest right here for me in this entire series. One where Shep looks down and you're kind of like
Saren's locked
using
the
your
elevator.
gravity boots.
Suit up. We're going outside.
Alright, guys. Rex, come on, man. There you go. Alright. Corridors kind of problematic. Ash, your head is in the way. Okay, I can't see, guys. There we go. Ugh. Yeah, if they would just go where I tell them, this would be like a 5-minute battle. But it's just as much of a struggle to tell them what to do and, you know, them doing it as it is just to do the fight. Because they're prone to, like, take cover, but I really need them to flush them out, you know? See, like, Ash will take cover here, but I really just need her to flush them out. Oops. So, little warlord. job, Ash. Keep nailing it. There we go. Alright. Come on. Yeah, like I said, they're kind of programmed in the game to take cover. But there are moments like now that I don't want them to take cover. But because they do that instead of shooting, it makes it difficult to move them forward. So and that's why I'm constantly telling them to move, because if I don't, then they get stuck. Let's let Rex get his health back. But see, there's enemies up there, so they're not listening to me. They're just... They can't get to them, obviously, because they're stuck behind this freaking wall. Come on, Rex. Okay, there we go. Got him hacked. That should flush him out. I keep hacking one or two of them, so that's working out. All right. Nice open area. I do die here sometimes too, because I'm trying to get to like one spot and they just all converge on me at once. Sniper. Okay, good. All right. We're doing it. We're doing it, y'all. Guys, where are you? Oh my God. Almost died there just because they weren't behind me. And there we go. All right. Again, the bottleneck works the other way too. They really hit me when my guys don't do what I tell them. So I'm trying to get them to get out of my way. Move up. Get over there. There's gonna be like 3 waves here. Another one. All right. I think we're good. There should be another wave. Yeah, there it is. Oh my God. Go. Okay. This might be a good spot to use my assault rifle, because I need to get in a lot of shots. I just have to like do it very carefully.
All patched up.
Oh. What did I hit? Did I hit the wrong button? Did not mean to do that. Not that I needed the first aid, or not that it hurts me or anything. But you never know. Good, 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 good. Nice. Are we good now? No, 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 no. Go that way. There we go. Yeah, see? pretty good now. How many waves are there? Come on. There's another one. Oh, this might be caught in the loop here. This one. This is dumb, you know. Oh, let me just come out of hiding and just run at you. Yeah, weird. Why are you pointing that way, Ash? Why? Yes, dropship. Need to get over here. Over here. I'm just using the Omni Gem. I could do it, but I'm trying to get this done. Ash, get out of my way and shoot. Thank you. That's wonderful. Now let's go back to the pistol. Nice. That guy, guys. That guy. Okay, thank you. Okay, we need to get this handled. Come on. There we go.
Not in the middle of a fight!
I didn't ask you to do anything. Okay. Nice. Alright. Don't think they ever really perfected it, but it did get better. Oh, controlling squad mates in the game was the worst. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is that actually I could like cruise through this if they did exactly what I told them, like just go here or just go right there. This would be so much faster, but that's why I'm constantly doing that, so that way they're at least moving in that direction, and that's all I need them to do. But it would just be better if they just did what I told them, you know. See, this is perfect. They're taking cover right here, which is what I want them to do. But
not my line of sight.
What do you mean not in your line of sight? Ash, come on. See, this is why I also have to pull her out here sometimes. But at least she'll shoot at him. She's like taking cover. See, right there would be perfect. How do you lose contact right there? This is another one where, like, there's a whole bunch of them that come at you. I got them hacked. Okay, so this is kind of perfect. This is good. They're both hidden behind the thing. They're doing what I tell them to do. Yeah, this is perfect. Comes another one. Why are you facing that way, Ash? Oh no. Did not see that missile until the very last minute. Ooh. Oh no. Oh, great. Okay. There's probably like 2 or 3 more waves at least. Yeah. Ash, you're a tank. Start tanking. I know, but see, she was taking cover. Like I said, unfortunately they want to take cover, but she's taking cover here and she can't hit them. See, it's if you're going to create a cover system, do it to where they can take cover and fire. See, I told her to go out here, not here. it's a problem. And then there's like a warlord and 2 juggernauts that pop out. So I see them. They're right behind that area. So we're almost where we need to be. Almost there. Dead. Guys, do not get in my way. I may use the sniper. Yeah, let's use the sniper here. This might take us a while, but it's worth it. We don't want to go out there and try to. Stop it, please. God damn. There we go. Do that. Go out of my way. There we go. I wonder if I can hack those. I don't think I can. Once I get one, we should be okay. If I had the level 1 armor, if one of those hits me, it's probably... I'd have to start over. Yeah, let's see. I'm at least barely getting missed. Oh, maybe if the dampening. I bet you dampening would work here. Like I said, it just takes one. It's a slow process, this right here, but you got to do it because one of those will end you. I got to do this all over again. Great. Rex is like, he's too much in cover. That's the problem. See the one that's directly in front of us. Come on. Jeez. Okay. All right. That might be it. Okay. It's at 5 right here. Ooh, one more. Okay. They didn't cover looking to your left in basic? Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, I thought that was it. Come on now. Let's why is Ash trying to get back in cover again? Again, they want to default to being in cover. I totally get it, but... Okay, there we go. Can't F5 here, so... Oh, because there's one more enemy here. See, this is what I was expecting the first time. Like, all these guys to pop up out of nowhere. Okay. Nope. One more. Okay. Can we F5 now? Nope. Cannot. One more. Okay, we're good. Oh my goodness. Should be the last one. I can't imagine. Okay. Okay. All right. Got him out of the way. Again, we want to do this slow. It's gonna take forever, but I thought with a prime coming at you. Well, there was there was a prime in the middle, a prime at the beginning, and it was just destroyers just throwing themselves at me. Why the other turrets aren't shooting at me, I don't know, and I don't care. There's one. Can you please shoot at the thing for me, please? Jeez. It wouldn't shoot. I don't know what the deal was. What I might do before we get to just past this area, I may restart the game, because the last thing I wanted to do is bug out on me and you know, I get to areas where I can't fight. Okay, we need to take out at least one more before I have some wiggle room. Okay. Oof. Come on. Careful. Careful. Oh. Let me put on... Oh, I can't. Careful. Ooh, I ran right into that. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. They just shoot too fast. Ooh. Careful. Ooh. And I'm using the high explosive ammunition. So, like I said, that should tell you a lot right there. There. Yay, we got 2. I wonder if I can't come over here and save. I can't get out of combat from that. Yes, we can. Ooh, alright, now we're cooking. Now we don't have to do all that again. We can, if we die, we just have to deal with 2 Geth cannons, which is very doable. I'm missing him. There we go. Several hits right there. There we go. Come on. Come on. Ooh. There we go. Alright, nice. I wonder if I can't reach that one. I mean, it says I'm registering a hit. It's nice because it's not shooting anything at me. I don't know if I can. I may have to switch to my sniper. That could be what I was thinking. I was sure there was at least one prime. Yeah, he was right at the beginning. Okay, so let's move over here, guys. Follow me. Okay, we're good. But this is the death zone. I mean, I already died right here. This is the area you want to be extremely careful with. Because the cover system is bad, and you can't really get a good angle on anything. And I really don't want Ash and Rex right here, actually. It's pointless. Here maybe. Let's see what they're shooting at. Oh, there they are. Right in front of me. I didn't even see them. There he is. Left, they're just outside of my radar. Have I died here doing this? Yes, many times. Because I think there's a couple snipers up there. Thank you. You're the tank, not me. See, I should be able to like climb over this thing, but it won't let me. Okay. I think that's it. I think we're good. I think. There's one more. There's one more. Y'all go that way. Ash. Ash, no. What are you doing? Why are you going? You were literally next to me. Why did you go all the way back there? And that's what I'm saying. That's the problem with the cover system, is that they want to default to that, so they'll take the long way around because that's the closest cover that you can get. Makes no sense. See, I told her to go out here, but this is the closest cover. So she'll go to this one because it's the closest cover. You see? Alright, so we want to go this way. I don't think there's anything over here. Yeah, it's just an alternate way of getting here. Oh yeah, I forgot about these guys. If I go down that alleyway, they are there. I forgot about that. This is kind of a shortcut. You can kind of bypass all those turrets and stuff if you hit this little corridor. But of course, I can't see anything. So we're going to switch back to our pistol for these programs. He was charging me. Oh my god. This one's gonna charge me too. Oh, okay, good. Who are you guys firing at? Because I don't see anybody shooting at us. Okay, there they are. Why am I on top of this thing? Okay.
I'm a little busy here.
There's a warlord, I believe. Ooh. Damn it. Get us with the... Now, we don't have to kill these guys. I'm just killing them because... Why not? Okay, focus on him. Alright. Okay, we're almost done. We're almost done. How he's hitting me when I'm way up here. Getting hit. That's what I don't understand. Shoot. Nice. Okay. Okay, we did it. Beth does beauty. Hey, Beth, how are you doing? Oh man, I've completed this game like 20 times and think I can make a comp esports league with speedruns. Yeah, you know, you can. I could, like I said, I could. This is not. Mass Effect 1 is not one of those that you should spend 8 streams doing. But because I'm doing it as a lore run, you know, you have to listen to all the dialogue, all the you know, we talk about it, this and that, blah blah blah. But yeah, it's more of a maybe a 5 to 6 hour game if you really wanted to speed run it. But yeah, and at this point, after we do our first one, I could do. I've done non-death runs on Insanity, which is a little tricky because. But if you know what missions you can go to first, it makes it a little bit easier, because once you get over that hump, it's just a matter of being careful. But yeah, totally legit, etc., etc. Right now, beef, that's a ban. Banana, please. So I got you mixed up with Beef Does Borders. Well, I'm not familiar with them. Yeah, I'm so sorry, I've never played this before. I'm here purely to wind up. Yeah. Oh, no. Please do, because Banana definitely needs to be reeled in from time to time, for sure. Absolutely. I wonder if we got any equipment from that. Yeah, we did. Oh, heavy mercenary. I don't think that actually does anything, but I'll look. Pretty sure what he has right now, the what does he have? He has the Battle Master 9. Yeah, see, even this mercenary 10, the Ursa 10, they don't come close. He's got the Colossus is similar, but you see how it does more protection, but it's less shields and less tech and biotic protection. The Battle Master is the one that you want. Now, I'm going to change him from this smash and damage hardening physics threshold to the medical. Yeah. Because he already regenerates real fast, but when I do the final battle, he's going to be pretty much unstoppable at that point. So we're going to do a hard save right here. I absolutely do that. I can take my role very seriously. Wonderful. That's perfectly fine. Why are you lying? Beef's goal is to antagonize, not to calm. That's okay. That's okay. I do the same thing with Banana quite often, so he's gonna feel like we're ganging up on him. So I will take my foot off the throttle, and that's also why I use my meta joke, because I knew there was one right here when we first come up. I'll take my foot off the pedal and let you do all that there. Beef. I think it's beef, right? Go on now. There's not many here. There's not very many enemies right here. It's just a bottleneck, so you gotta be careful.
Can't lock on.
You can't lock on because you're not going where I'm telling you to go. Oh my goodness. The game will not let me move my guys. There, some space. That's what I needed. Right. Well, they shouldn't be hurting me. Okay, so I hacked one. That should help. Who is shooting? Oh, it's these guys on the right. Okay, Ash, come on. Get over there. Move your ass, Ash. Okay, there we go. I think we're good. You're my favorite now? Okay, good. B for Beth is fine. No problem. Yeah, a lot of people come into YouTube and it's like, YouTube just instantly doxed me. You doxed yourself. They give you the option to put in your other name or whatever they call it. You know, we call them tags in gaming, but yeah, they ask you like, you know, what do you want to? You want to use your Google name? You want to use your? What do you want to do? But a lot of people just, you know, YouTube viewers are a lot of times just viewers, but your online presence, again, you always want to, if you want to prevent that, always use your tag, and it asks you. So the difference with like Twitch and some other things, it's like when you do like Twitter, you know, it'll ask you for your name, but then it asks you how do you want your handle to be. So I don't know why it gets skipped. Just don't know.
I was afraid you wouldn't make it in time, Shepard.
In time for what?
The final confrontation. I think we both expected it would end like this. You've lost. You know that, don't you? In a few minutes, Sovereign will have full control of all the Citadel systems. The relay will open. The Reapers will return.
So this confrontation or this conversation that we have with Saren, when I first played, I was like, oh, it's like Fallout 2. And I think it still should have worked that way, because you worked the entire game. If you wanted to work Paragon, that would be really neat. But for story purposes, I get where Bioware was going with that. But give me a reason to want to go full Paragon in this situation. And they didn't, though. They were like 9/10 of the way there. But yeah, Beef is lucky. She could share her full name and still remain relatively anonymous. Ooh, look at that. The gauntlet has been thrown. My name is super common and super public because what I do, I'm so lucky I'm generic. Yeah, you know, like John Smith, right? How many John Smiths could there be? You know. It would be funny to start a channel with like the John Smith.
I've still got a few tricks up my sleeve.
You survived
100%.
our encounter on Virmire, but I've changed since then. Improved. Sovereign has upgraded me.
You let Sovereign implant you? Are you insane?
I suppose I should thank you, Shepard. After Virmire, I couldn't stop thinking about what you said. About Sovereign manipulating me. About indoctrination. The doubts began to eat away at me. Sovereign sensed my hesitation. I was implanted to strengthen my resolve. Now my doubts are gone. I believe in Sovereign completely. I understand that the Reapers need organics. Join us, and Sovereign will find a place for you, too.
So when I was talking about how Saren has his doubts and how you can't really say that he's fully indoctrinated, there's your evidence right there, because he actually was not. You know, apparently he was convinced that he needed an implant to make that impressionism that Sovereign had on him even stronger. So he believes he's doing it of his own free will at this point now. But once you get over that edge, he's over now, and there's no, you know, reconciliation. But I did say that you can't be 100% sure that he's not fully indoctrinated, because you make him doubt himself. You know, he just doesn't see a way. He doesn't see a way for organics to get past the Reapers coming in. But yeah, it's it's so ironic that you chose that name. Leading just out here doxing everyone by accident. And yeah, no, I don't do anything by accident. It's either, you know, you did it to yourself. You played yourself. You're indoctrinated.
Sovereign's controlling you through your implants. Don't you see that?
The relationship is symbiotic, organic and machine, intertwined, a union of flesh and steel. The strengths of both, the weaknesses of neither. I am a vision of the future, Shepard, the evolution of all organic life. This is our destiny. Join Sovereign and experience a true rebirth.
And this goes right over, and I'm probably reading more into this than I will admit, but BioWare aren't idiots in this situation. The writers who did this portion were really, really intelligent. And I've said before that I don't think that Shepard are just another human. I think there's something really special about Shepard. Just, it's the next stage of humanity. Shepard represents that. And you know, Com has said that they don't like that because, like, we don't want that to be our representation. We don't want just like humanity 2.0, and that's the reason why Shepard was there. But I think that that is the reality, because Saren right here says, "I'm the next vision of our future. I'm the next step of evolution." What are we about to do with Saren? Prove him wrong. But it not because we're human. Not because we're just anybody. I think Shepard is uniquely unique. And like it or not, that's not the reason why Shepard's able to defeat the Reapers and everybody else, but that is a qualifying issue. I think Shepard is able to survive the beacon, understand Prothean languages, understand death, dies and comes back. Normal humans don't do that. That's not what happens.
Sovereign hasn't won yet. I can stop it from taking control of the station. Step aside and the invasion will never happen.
We can't
I think it's more satisfying to think of Shepard as next possible human than just next stage. I get that. I totally do. And I don't disagree that that's probably the best way to look at it. I do think Shepard is our genetic future, and that's not a bad thing, because Shepard doesn't have horns or or is whatever, but Shep's able to kind of, and like I said, I get it, because you want humanity to, or you want a story to not be you didn't win because you're Superman, right? You won because of pure cleverness or pure intellect or your capability or whatever. But I think that's what happens. The evolution does happen, and BioWare is very clear about how species change and how certain groups have a certain dominance over others. And even within the Asari, the matriarchs are much more powerful than their baseline Asari. So there's a certain level of tiers. And I think Shepard is just the next tier of humanity. Again, it's easier and more of a story, like traditional story, to keep it like that. Like your hero is just one that rises to the occasion. But I think that has happened, but not because she's the next tier. I just think that that's just a part of it.
Some part of you must still realize this is wrong. You can fight this.
Maybe you're right. Maybe there is still a chance for the implants. Sovereign is too strong. I'm sorry. It is too late for me.
It's not over yet. You can still redeem yourself.
Goodbye, Shepard. Thank you.
Thank you. Sarah, no! No, Sarah, no! And because we did full Paragon and we were able to unlock all those options, ending it here, I would not have hated. And you could have had a cutscene where like there's fallen debris and you think something happens to Shepard. We did it. But you don't get that unless you're a full Paragon, And That's obviously not what's going to happen, but it would, got the hiccups. It would be kind of neat. Okay, quick save. We got some equipment out of that. Who knew? Kinetic coil. Okay. Let's make sure we have everything we need. Kinetic coil. Frictionless materials. We want 10. And we want inferno rounds. Do we want... Oh, we actually have high explosive on there. Let's put this one on instead, so we can use that in the next battle here, because we're gonna need it. You know what? Hold on. Do we have... Proton. That might work here really well. It's a lesser ammo, but it might work really well. On our pistol, let's make sure we use the number 10 right there. Ash, what do you got? What do you have? Sledgehammer rounds. Heat absorption is less. Ooh. We're gonna do No. I think Inferno's the way to go. She doesn't have to be super accurate. Kinetic coil number 9. Frictionless. 10. Rex, what kind of shotgun you got? He's got the avalanche. We're gonna use Inferno probably. Yeah, I think so. And then frictionless, we're fine there because we don't have a number 10. Combat, let's do this one. Kinetic coil instead. Okay, are we good? Ash, you're good. Shep, I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Also on the pistol, do we have frictionless materials number 9? Okay. And then combat optics I can take off now, so we'll do kinetic coil. Yeah. Because you only need, I mean, it's supposed to give you a little bit of boost of accuracy, but when the next battle area is going to be such close combat, you don't really need that. So let's save. Let's do it.
Vigil's data file worked. I've got control of all systems.
Quick! Open the station's arms! Maybe the fleet can take Sovereign down before he regains control of the station.
See if you can open a communications channel.
The Destiny Ascension. Main drives offline. Kinetic barriers down 40%. The Council is on board. I repeat, the Council is on board.
Normandy to the Citadel. Normandy to the Citadel. Please tell me that's you, Commander.
I'm here, Joker.
We caught that distress call, Commander. I'm sitting here in the Endura sector with the entire Arcturus fleet. We can save the Ascension. Just unlock the relays around the Citadel and we'll send the cavalry in.
You can't sacrifice human lives to save the Council. What have they ever done for us?
This is bigger than humanity. Sovereign's a threat to every organic species in the galaxy.
Exactly. We can't throw away reinforcements trying to save the Council. We have to hold them back until Sovereign's exposed.
What's the order, Commander? Come in now to save the Ascension, or hold back?
That's why I like having Ash here, because again, one of the I'm sorry, Ash, 3-3 I'm shouting. Yeah, stop shouting. Yeah, well, you know, it's alarms going off, debris falling. I get it, but no, I know what you're saying. You know, a lot of times people try to say that Ash is the space racist because she's trying to not save the Council. It's not what she's saying. She's saying don't throw the lives away of the Alliance soldiers, and I keep saying it over and over and over. that Ash's alliance first. And I mean it. The council races are the council races. But we have a position where we have to protect our own people. That's, again, where Ash is coming from. She's not coming from that other side that everybody tries to leverage. It's not part of the question. I have too many examples where Ash is actually putting aliens and stuff first when it's appropriate, but when it's a question of alliance or anybody else, she's always going to choose alliance.
Opening the relays now, Joker. We need to save the Ascension no matter what the cost.
I hope you know what you're doing, Commander.
Alliance ships, move in. Save the Destiny Ascension.
Commander, we're picking up reinforcements.
It's the Alliance. Thank the goddess.
Destiny Ascension, you are all clear. Repeat, you are all clear.
The Citadel's opening. All ships move in. Concentrate on Sovereign.
Make sure he's dead.
I always have trouble remembering where the 3 engineers on the asteroid are. There's 4. But if you, right in the middle of the map, there's a transmitter, and if you turn that
He's
on,
dead.
it tells you kind of where everything is. So. I think there's 3 locations, but I think there's 4 researchers. I think the game crashed. Great. I did say after, and I forgot to. You didn't remind me, Banana. I did say that before I do the final fight, I was going to reboot Mass Effect. Crap. I got to do it again. Because I did not want to go into the battle and have to do it again. I did say that. Because it was acting a little buggy. I got to do that again. We'll skip past the conversations that we had with the Joker and all that. Great. Well, maybe if we just say resume, it'll put me in the middle of combat. Because I think I had him down to 50%. Okay, here we go.
Regroup!
I like having them out in the open though here at the beginning because you saw how much damage. Did it again. Well, this is great. Okay, so I'm going to exit the launcher entirely. Well, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. There's just so much going on. All right, let's try one more time. Sovereign hacked your game. Yeah, I probably did. I hope it's not one of those that I have to verify the files, you know, just for the last battle. It's hard to do when you're streaming because your upload is, you know, affected. Get out of my way.
Powering up. Lost shields.
Okay. All right, I'm going to do a health because Rex needs it.
Moving out.
Okay, I don't need both of you guys in the same cover system I'm using. Okay, now I can't get anything to work. Rex, please stop getting in my... God damn it. Okay, there we go. Just put you guys out of here. Stop sharing my space. Okay, there we go. A little bit more manageable. Get in cover. Get in cover. Not where I am.
Bring it on.
Okay. Oh. I was just about to throw a grenade because I had them all together.
This is our only chance. Take that monster down no matter what the cost.
Hey, Buckbeak, how you doing? So the engineer you missed was exactly where you thought he was, but you managed to convince him that he was thinking of another plane. But you know, I do love the asteroid quest because it's like the perfect planet design. It's an asteroid, but you know, it's got the where you need to go. It's fairly level. It's got some elevation, but you can get there. Man, if all the other planets that are like that super hilly for no reason whatsoever were like more like that, so much better.
Eat this! On me!
What the hell is he? Stop it.
Fire in the hole!
Stop it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, there, he fell. He fell. Get off the cover.
I need a target!
Yeah, the cover system's too sticky.
On me! Clear the target! Huddle up!
Okay. Got more. Yeah. And of course, Ash decides she's got to step in front of me. Her policy. Ooh.
Rally, rally!
Come on, die already.
Can't get locked!
Oh. There it is, finally. But I didn't die. That's the point. The game died, but I did not die. My eye doctor's appointment got rescheduled, so here I am, trying to get this finished up. But
Its shields are down. Now's our chance.
Good to hear that you're doing good.
Hit it with everything we got.
Hard on my flank. We're going in.
Captain Anderson, we found them. They're in here.
Take it easy. It's over. You're safe now. Where's the commander?
Well done being the game on Sandy, yeah. I died about 3 times. maybe 4. I know early on I died, and then sometime in the middle I did, and then when the cannons got me in approaching this area. Died on the mines and the asteroid so far. That's it.
Ambassador, Captain.
There's like
Shepard.
On that area, if you approach it from the back area on the hill,
the enormous contributions
you can
of the
kind
Alliance
of
forces in the war against Sovereign
zigzag, and there's only like 3 or 4 mines that you'll hit. It's kind of a shortcut.
Brave and courageous soldiers who willingly gave their lives
you have to get back
so
to
that we, the Council,
Mako,
might live.
which is a real long walk around the hill to get to where you can go up that hill.
Over the tragic loss of so many noble men and women.
The Council also owes you a great personal debt, Commander, one we can never repay. You saved not just our lives, but the lives of billions from Sovereign and the Reapers.
Commander Shepard, your heroic and selfless actions serve as a symbol of everything humanity and the Alliance stand for.
And though we cannot bring back those valiant soldiers who gave their lives to save ours, we can honor their memories through our actions.
Humanity has shown it is ready to stand as a defender and protector of the galaxy. You have proved you are worthy to join our ranks and serve beside us on the Citadel Council.
Counselor, on behalf of humanity and the Alliance, we thank you for this prestigious
You
honor.
haven't done Pharaoh's or Novari yet?
Accept.
Plenty of time.
We will need a list of
Always
potential
timed.
candidates to fill
To get
humanity's
that
seat
done.
on the Council.
Given all that has happened, I am sure your recommendation will carry a great deal of weight, Commander. Do you support any particular candidate?
This kind of sucks because it doesn't really matter who you pick, and y'all know this. But we're going to go with Captain Anderson because my concern has always been like, you did punch out Udina to get here, and everything should be forgiven. But if you put Udina in charge, there's no telling what's going to happen to Captain Anderson now. But again, Captain Anderson doesn't really want it, but that's why he's a perfect candidate for it. The other side of it, though, is that I really wish that it had a little bit more weight as far as that decision went. Because in Mass Effect 3, it doesn't really matter. But anyway.
We need someone with the courage to stand up for what he believes in. Someone like Captain Anderson.
Him? You must be joking. Anderson prefers to let his fists do the talking.
He's right.
Only with you, Ambassador. Only with you.
He's an asshole.
Are you
Yes.
sure about this, Commander? The
But he's
captain's
also
a
indoctrinated.
soldier, not a politician.
At first, Udina's just trying to do, grab power. Again, control. My thing has always been like there's several themes in Mass Effect, several of them. To me, the main theme has always been about control. Who has it, who wants it, who's trying to get it. And Udina is clearly trying to grab it, control. I mean, when Shepard, who he's put a lot of his trust in, shown that the Reapers are going to be coming back and that Saren is a bigger threat than being out there, the next thing Udina does, once he knows Shep's going to be pretty much on lockdown, is that he's going to smooth it out. So that way he is, helping move the next stage of how to plan. And Shep's no longer part of that plan. But yeah, in a nutshell, you're right, Banana. But there is some indoctrination issues there, and I do believe he's trying to control things, and that's why he's so easy to be indoctrinated. But yeah. Saren was indoctrinated, just made him more charismatic, but he's just a prick. But that's how indoctrination works. It works on what's the dominating personality in order to use that to manipulate the situation. Saren had his, Udina has his, the Elusive Man has his, and they're all being used to their maximum potential to serve the purposes of the Reapers, basically. But they think that they're serving their own purposes, or others, like the Elusive Man.
We've already got too many politicians on the Citadel. The captain would be
Yeah.
perfect for this job. I think it's an inspired choice. The Council would welcome him with open arms, should he accept.
I'm honored, Counselor. As humanity's representative, I'll do everything in my power to help the Council rebuild.
Sovereign's defeat marks the beginning of a new era for both humanity
Captain Anderson
and the Council.
was going to be the first Spectre, but it was due to Saren's actions that he was snubbed from that. So it kind of makes sense to kind of like leapfrog the issue. He was never a Spectre, but he's actually over Spectres now. So that's pretty poetic justice, I think.
Sovereign was only a vanguard. The Reaper fleet is still coming. Hundreds of ships, maybe thousands. And I'm gonna find some way to stop them.
Shepard's right. Humanity is ready to do its part. United with the rest of the Council, we have the strength to overcome any challenge. When the Reapers come, we must stand side by side. We must fight against them as one. And together, we will drive them back into dark space.
Yay! Now, if you ever want to just hear this song by itself, I do have it on my channel. It's called... Forget the name of the song. But anyway, there it is. I'm going to go refill my drink real quick, and then I'll let the credits roll for a bit. One game closer to Andromeda playthrough, yeah. You're not wrong. I mean, I'm not taking it outside the realm of possibility. There's just so many like little things at Andromeda, not just the story, because the story is a reason enough not to ever play it. But there's little things in the game that make it hard for me to play, because like Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, when you pick up things, you just pick them up, unless you have to do a puzzle for it or something. But in Andromeda, nothing is just item pickup. You have to like select it and you have to be deliberate with it. And that's okay if it's for certain things, like pull the lever and you're like intentionally pulling the lever or something. But like pick up your helmet, pick up this or that, you have to actually hold the button down to deliberately say that. I don't like that. You don't have to do that for everything, you know? I don't know. That's just one example. But I'll be right back. find the lid to my water bottle. So took me a while. But does anybody have a preference of like what we could do next? Won't be today, I don't think. I got to do some editing, and you know, it could be a horror game. Like I've never finished. What's it called? Alone in the Dark. It's a puzzle game. It's really neat. I haven't played Dead Space on stream. I could do Pumpkin Jack, which I was planning on doing anyway, because I keep referencing that game, but I think it'd be a really fun game for people to watch. And it's one of those that I don't care about, like we finish in 2 streams or 3 streams or 4 streams. I don't care. But it's one of those that I've played before, so whether I get the achievements or not, I could care less. I was trying to get as many achievements as I could, because I'm not an achievement hunter, but I didn't want to, like, okay, well, I don't know when I'm going to get to this game again. Let me go ahead and do it now. But I don't know. I could do that, or I could go to Mass Effect 2. So if anybody has any strong opinions or suggestions or whatever, let me know. I could just go straight to Mass Effect 2. I have no problems with that. Let's see. Almost at 4 hours. 3 hours and 45 minutes. Probably had like a 5-minute break in between. But yeah. There's no music after this, so it's just dead air. It's not like at the end of Mass Effect 3 where you have like Buzz Aldridge doing a monologue. Well, he's not doing a monologue. He's talking to a supposedly his grandchild or something. So, let's see here. Let's take a look. Resume or start new career or load career extras. Let's take a look here. Achievements. What do we not get? Bruiser. Kill 100 enemies with melee attacks in Mass 1 or 2 or 3. I will be doing that come Mass Effect 3 for sure. Well, I finished Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 with the same character. Obviously have not done that. What is this? Kill 250 enemies? 1,000 enemies? 2,000 enemies? And establish or rekindle a romance in all 3 games. I guess you could do that in 2. With Liara. Paramour. Establish or rekindle a romantic relationship in 2 games. We've just done it in 1. Complete all 3 games in Mass Effect Legendary Edition on Insanity without changing difficulty. Well, we're on our way. Insanity 1. Complete Mass 1 or 2 on Insanity without changing difficulty. So here we go. So there's this one. And like I said, it should be a little bit easier now that we have some stats behind us. Going into Mass Effect 2 just as level 1 is rough. Like, it's beyond rough. Yeah, complete the Bring Down the Sky mission. So, done all this. What is this? Complete 5 missions with the Turian squad member. Oh, no. So, we were trying to do the achievements. I didn't take Garrus enough. There's that. Well, no problem. Neuroshock 25 times. I do have Neuroshock, but I didn't use it 25 times. So use Metagel 50 times. I never needed to. Dampening field 25 times. Really? I thought I would have done that. Biotic stasis. I will never probably get this achievement. Biotic barrier. I mean, I'd have to be a biotic. Yeah, I don't like those. I don't like those. Complete Novaria. Complete Virmire. What is this? Kill 100. Okay, so we're back to... I basically have done everything except for the Garrus one. The Garrus one would have been the only one that I said, I probably could have gotten that one, but I don't care. I don't think you actually need to romance the same person twice for those achievements. Just romance anyone. Well, yeah, no, it said that. It said romance or rekindle a romance in 1, 2, and 3. I'm just saying for continuity. I think you can still do that in 2. And that was my point. Is like, I don't want to romance somebody in 2 that's not Liara just to make Liara upset in 3. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think you can rekindle it in 2 when you do the Shadow Broker thing. Anyway, I appreciate everybody being here. Like I said, if anybody has any strong suggestions or opinions for me for what to do next, otherwise I may just go ahead and do Pumpkin Jack, because it's a nice little, happy, fun time game, not anything too serious or whatever. But I may just do Alone in the Dark on my own as my casual stream. But I've been playing Uncharted, and of course Black Myth Wukong. Black Myth Wukong, that's one that I need to devote a little bit more time, and I just do not have it. Yeah. So, so I'll see you guys soon. And like I said, message or put it in the Discord. We do have a Discord. There's a new podcast episode that showed up on Friday. Make sure you make comments on that. Like it if you like it. But I don't care what the comments are. If you don't like it, tell us why you don't like it. If you do like it, tell us why you did like it. Definitely comments go a long, long way. But anyway, I will let you guys go. And I appreciate everybody being here. And we finally did it. We did the Insanity Mass Effect 1. Even though this is clearly my first run. I've never done it before. And it finally tells me I have more than 5 hours playing Mass Effect. So that's good. That's good. All right. Well, I will let you guys go. Y'all take care. Thank you very much. And let me put it on I always have a hard time finding one of these scenes. My Mass Effect. There it is. I'll check you guys later. Bye-bye.